Hello and welcome to this video. So I have a very excited video lined up for you where I go through some of the costs of some of the equipment that I've already bought for my YouTube channel even before getting monetized. So as you can see from the number of subscribers that I have less than 1,000 subscribers, which means that I'm not monetized currently by YouTube. However, that has not stopped me from spending quite a bit on my YouTube channel, and it kind of goes to show the kind of faith that I have within myself, but also the fact that I love technology and I like spending money on technology and getting kind of the best thing that you can get for your money. So sit back and relax and enjoy this video, and there'll be a running total of the amount I've spent on YouTube before being monetized. If you're new to this channel, my name is Jubair. I'm a PhD student who also does YouTube, and I kind of do my vlogs, life advice and other stuff related to PhD life and just life in general to live the best life that we can do based on information, knowledge and science, and also a few videos on technology. This is going to be a bit more of the technology focused video, so just sit back and relax. So just before I start this video, there will be links to everything mentioned today in the description box below. So if you want to go and purchase any of these things, you can use the Amazon links below, which are affiliate links, which means if you click on it and you buy something, it gives me a small kickback. However, this doesn't cost you a single thing, and if you use the links, which you don't have, it would be very much appreciated and it would really help the channel out. So my biggest purchase, and the one that I feel like is necessary for YouTube, was my camera, which is a Sony a7C full frame mirrorless camera. Now the reason why I bought a full frame camera is just because it is so much better. Full frame means you have the full width of a sensor, 35mm to be exact, and this means more light, more field of view, so there's more separation in the background. You get the better use of lenses, so manufacturers make the full frame lenses much better than the non-full frame, which is like the crop sensors. They're just not as good. So I just dived straight into the deep end and got myself a full frame camera. So the cost of this camera was £1,850, which is quite a big chunk of money, especially to be spending up front as an investment into my YouTube channel and as an investment into my hobby. But I felt like that was quite important for me to get the full frame experience from the start. There's no point of getting a crop sensor from the beginning and then just kind of upgrading. I just like to always go straight to the deep end. But also because I've had many full frame cameras before, this was my first mirrorless camera, which means it doesn't have a mirror, so it's not an SLR, but it's a mirrorless camera. But anyway, the cost was £1,850. So in order to make a good YouTube channel, one of the main criteria is sound quality, and I've actually just spent £28 on my next purchase, which is the Takstar SGC 600, which is an amazing microphone. As you can hear from the sound quality is really good, the bass is good, the clarity is really good, and it's only £28, which means if I accidentally put it in my bag and it broke, it's fine, I can buy another one. I kind of wanted to buy one of those Rode microphones for like £200, but I thought, you know what, the Takstar does such a good job and I could buy many of those to put into different locations, and I don't really take care of the stuff apart from the camera, and I don't want to get my microphone broken, especially if I had a £200 Rode microphone. It was just something else that can break. So that brings on the total to £1,878. So of course I've got my camera and I've got my microphone, so the next thing that makes sense to buy is the lens. So the first lens I bought was the Samyang 45mm f1.8. The reason why I chose 45mm is because it's not too wide but also not too telephoto, which means that you get a good field of view. So if you're taking pictures on the streets or street photography, 45mm can be actually a really good sweet spot because it's not too wide and people look normal on it. So if you have something that's really wide, like a 24mm that I'm using now, people just appear a bit like squeezed in, but on a 45mm it's very nice and very natural. And an f1.8 means it lets in a lot of light, so you get that nice depth of field effect, you get that blurred background. And so this cost me around £280, and I bought this in the beginning so that it allows me to use something with my new Sony mirrorless camera, and the autofocus is just amazing, the picture quality is amazing. However, I stopped using it so much because I've bought other lenses, but this was a perfect first lens for me. So that brings the total to already a toasty £2,158. It's getting really warm in here. So I always get carried away and keep buying things, especially technology things, and my second lens for this camera was a Sigma 85mm f1.4 lens for a whopping £1,000. Now this is kind of my dream lens. The f1.4 aperture means it lets in a lot of light and it's perfect for portraits, that is one field of photography that I'm really interested in. I've taken many portraits, but unfortunately because of the personal nature of portraits I can't really show them here. But the 85mm is quite zoomed in, and what happens is that when you take portraits everything blurs out in the background and the portraits just look amazing. But this was my dream lens, and for £1,000 it's actually a proper steal. So that brings the total on to £3,158 pre-monetized, no earning money from this whatsoever. And continuing on with the getting carried away with technology, I thought to myself I need to buy a vlogging lens, so I bought a Samyang 24mm f1.8 lens for £450. And now this is quite steep for a vlogging lens, but you know what, it has an f1.8 aperture, which means it's got really good shadow depth of field, it lets a lot of light in, and it's 24mm, which means it's really wide and you can capture most of the things going on. And you know what, this has become my favorite lens because right now I'm filming with this lens. The picture quality is really good, you know, the separation is really good, and it's so versatile. I can just take it wherever I am. You don't need a lot of space between me and the camera. Like right now the microphone is just mounted on top of the camera. It's fine, like it's literally just there. It's just so good. I can just take it wherever and just film any kind of video and the quality will always look amazing. So this brings the total onto £3,608. So now I've gone through the bulk of the costs pertaining to this YouTube channel. Even when you buy all the lenses, the microphones, the cameras, there's still more that you need as a YouTuber, and having a YouTube channel, like it just doesn't end. One thing after another, you need something and it just keeps going on. So the next thing that I bought was a microphone boom stand, which means that I can place my microphone somewhere out of frame to give the sound quality even better. So this was around £28 for an on-stage microphone boom, bringing the total up to £3,637. And of course, you bought the camera, you bought the lenses, you bought the microphone, but you need an SD card to shoot on. So I bought a really nice 128GB UHS 2, because when you're filming videos, especially with a high quality resolution and bitrate, the file sizes are really big. So if you have a very slow memory card, it will take a while to upload. And if you're doing this over and over again, you can be saving seconds to minutes to hours of your life by buying a better quality memory card. And also, the bigger the storage of the memory card, the more pictures you can take without having to delete them. So this memory card typically runs around £40, bringing the total onto £3,677. And of course, you get sucked into the whole vlogging life, and you need something to hold your camera with whilst you vlog, so you look like a proper vlogger, and you have to buy one of these things. So this costs around £30 to £40, and it's literally called a Joby Gorilla Pod, and this just screws onto the bottom of your camera, and then you can kind of get the right angles you want. You can put it onto a table, you can put the camera wherever, and it's just really versatile and kind of necessary. But this brings the total onto £3,707 each. So as a YouTuber or any kind of video producer, you're going to need more than one battery, and that's going to run you a bit more money. So here are spare batteries that I bought for around £40, and it's really cool because you can charge 3 at once, and also the batteries just last forever, and it charges via either USB-C or micro USB, so it's really versatile. You can charge it whenever. You always keep a spare battery with you because you do not know when your battery is going to finish, and you know what, you can't risk it. And I have a huge battery phobia. I never leave the house with less than 60% battery, so you could imagine me, I'm just buying extra batteries for literally no reason, because I've actually never used more than one battery. It does last the whole day, but you never know. And that brings the working total to £3,747. Oh, that's very steep. And the 10th thing that I bought for this YouTube channel is a tripod. Now I bought the cheapest one off Amazon because why not, and that cost me around £26, giving the total for only 10 things I bought for my YouTube channel to a whopping £3,773. Now this is not even the total full cost of everything that I bought. If you can imagine, I bought spare SD card, bought other lenses for different cameras. I've had a different camera before that. I've had to change out a few things. I've changed the microphone, I've changed other things, so it would go well over £4,000, which is like more than $5,000. And this kind of reflects the passion that I have for not only taking photos but also making videos. I kind of want to do it long term. Like, it's not just about YouTube. I would do it even without YouTube. So it kind of goes to show that if you have a passion, you should chase it. Like, the initial investment is an investment to yourself. It's kind of yourself telling yourself that, yeah, I believe in you. Just take all this money, buy all these things, and at the end of the day, I will definitely make use of it. Like, the £1,000 lens I got is my favorite lens, and even today I took a picture of someone in the lab because they needed a headshot. Like, the quality is just amazing. amazing. Like, I don't regret any of the purchases that I've made on this list. And like I said before, all the links to everything that I mentioned today are in the description below. These are Amazon affiliate links, which means that if you buy it through this link, I will get a percentage back, but it won't cost you anything. So just full disclaimer, these are affiliate links. You don't have to use them, but if you do use them, very much appreciated, because I get a small kickback from it. I hope that my breakdown of just 10 things that I bought for YouTube has been quite interesting to you. It's given you a good insight of the kind of price you have to pay for the quality. Like, this doesn't even include lighting. Like, I just use natural lighting and the lighting that is available for me, but because I use such good lenses, I can get away with using less lighting. So it's kind of a compromise between good equipment versus your environment. I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you enjoyed this video, you know exactly what to do. You need to press like, you should subscribe to my channel if you're new, and as always, thank you for watching.